Hello, this is Nathaly Salas with the Real Estate Investment podcast. And today we have a very important conversation here with Alain because nobody talks about financing in Mexico, but it's super important to know more. So thank you, Alain, for being with us again.
Thank to you.
And we chatted many times on the, what is financing? Is it available for foreign people in Mexico, especially when they want to buy their second home? I think there's a mistaken belief that you cannot get financing, but you have shown us time and time and again the process and how to. So what are the, 3 fun facts, let's say, that people tell you, like, hey, I don't know, I cannot get financing because of this and that.
It's impossible to have because I'm self-employed. It's impossible to have because I'm Canadian, okay. And the other one, it's impossible to have because the bank cannot verify my credit report, But it's okay. It's still new. It's still a learning curve. The biggest part, I think, it's gathering the documentation. Every time ask with all the real estate agents that we work with, hey, Alain, there's a delay with my client. I'm missing half of the information. And the banks here are little square-head, little picky, very picky. If they don't have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, they cannot go through. So it's possible. I need the full cooperation from the clients. And normally in 3 to 4 days, we got the approval from the bank. But I need the documentation.
Yeah.
So
For some agents that have the, as we were talking the other day with Gustavo, the agents have the perception that if they help their client help with the financing information, the transaction will take longer. So they will not make the commission right away.
look,
And they don't offer it to the clients.
Nathaly, the transaction goes faster with financing. At the moment you involve a bank, the bank will approve the person, the first thing done. After that, the bank review all the documentation, helps with the fideicomiso and trust creation, and the bank is a volume buyer. So instead of going alone with your transaction and wait, you have the pushing of the bank because the bank want to fund your loan faster. Then the bank referred to you to his notary. And it's a volume buyer again. So you pass faster through all the process. No mistakes are done. And in my experience, it's faster to go with the bank than go alone. And yeah, I'm waiting for the Secretary of Exterior Relation, my interest account. I'm waiting for that paper from the seller. The bank is following the case all the way along. So it's a urban legend.
Maybe urban legend. This is a new program, as you mentioned. So there's no that much information out there because some of our clients that come, from US and Canada don't know about this. They don't know it exists because probably they haven't heard about it. That was why it's so important to put information out there. And they think that they cannot because they don't work in Mexico or they don't live in Mexico. So is that a holdback?
But actually, it's a big advantage to not work in Mexico. So your late payment you did on your credit card 5 years ago, the bank don't do click. It's not refusal automatically. There's a revision committee on the side dedicated for foreigners. And I'm the one who teach the bank how to look up at the Canadian and American paper because they don't know how to do it. They always call me, can you verify that information? Because we don't understand. It's a self-employed. You have income property rental. Here it's a deduction for amortization on goes on. So you have a big advantage to be a foreigner, to come play in a new country that don't know how to analyze well your documentation. You will not have to explain a credit information, a credit lookup, because you download yourself your credit report and you send it to me by email, or you upload it on the secure portal. See, now it's the time. In 2 years, I'm probably sure that the Mexican bank will have their connection with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, the three big player in the credit report, and they will do tick, and they will get the credit report. So in Canada and United States, you will have to explain your mortgage in Mexico. Now, I will say it bluntly. You will laugh. You take your Canadian tax declaration, Canadian documentation or American documentation, you copy it and you send it to Mexico and you have a new financial life.
Pretty much.
Easy like this.
And the benefit of working with you, it's that you're also a CPA in Canada.
Not CPA, I cannot say that, but I had an accounting firm over there. I don't have no more license, no more registration. I don't do tax declaration. But I knew my stuff.
Because I mean, the most complex part of that I feel some Canadians at least get stuck is on the how to get my money out of Canada, and without getting super taxed or the fees are so high. Is there a treaty right now between Mexico and Canada that you know of on what's the easier path for?
You'd have your money in your country. You pay taxes out of 40 or 50% out of it. You take money from your checking account or saving account and you send it in another country. There's no taxes out of it. If you want to withdraw money from your company because another business owner, make yourself an administrator loan. Make yourself a loan. Make a loan to your wife. 3 years, 3%, 4%, 5%. And do little payment to your company. So it's a business transaction. You didn't withdraw money to go buy a car in Canada. It's for investment purpose, and at some point, you will sell back your place in Mexico. You will refinance your place in Mexico because that's the new, the new ship. Let's say the new candy that it's available on the table, and you just do your transaction.
Okay.
Taxes, it's not an issue. Interest rate is not an issue. We are talking about now it's possible. That's the advantage. That's the upper game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, we understand that Mexico has high interest, but if you don't have the money to buy the place, you still need a lot.
But exactly. You will dream about it instead of living your dream. I was on a call with someone. Yeah, I only have 80,000 Canadian. I convert it in US, like, why? Here it's Mexican pesos. They take your Canadian money, bring it here, get your pre-approval, go buy a place. She was talking about, I only have money to buy a land. Yeah. Can you rent your land? No? That's it. No more question, your honor. No more question. So she will put half of her money on cash down. She will buy a real property. 1 month and a half, it will be rent with someone in it that will pay actually her mortgage.
I mean, simple math for us in the US, right? Well, I don't know why it's so difficult to explain sometimes in Mexico.
I don't, and I know I will not go there.
I mean, I think it's just lack of education for some brokers that they don't even mention that to clients, and it's available for many of them. And I think for me, as a broker myself, I didn't know about it until we started, chatting and understanding the process. And when we went deep through the, what's in it in the transaction, I really felt the security. I mean, like safety buying with the bank, just because at least the appraisal will back up the offer. So it's not like somebody pull out of thin air. Like this property is worth 400,000, and
Just pay. No, yeah, pay completely. Don't ask question.
I, and then there is no like less system here comparable that will tell you how much is that property really worth. It's just somebody's opinion on it.
More than that, if you go at a notary and ask, hey, in your last transaction, can you give me an average? It's illegal to share information. You cannot have access to it. The only way, appraisal, Banks, here's your report, here's your money. Because the bank have the information from direct and indirect sales. They have a lot more information than you and I together and with our friend. So that's the new way to do it.
Because nobody does appraisals these days. They only gauge the price, and sometimes they trust the realtor or their agent, and they end up with something that probably is overpriced or has some.
They go with the famous per meter square. Like, is it marble? Is it anti-hurricane windows? Is it 9 feet floor, 9 feet ceiling, 8 feet ceiling? Is it inverter? They don't know how to difference two places. Is it a corner of a street or it's in the middle of the street? So I don't know. People look at Netflix. They saw one TV show about real estate and they ask question, yeah, how much per square meter? I don't understand. It's a flabbergasting every day the new thing that people told me that don't make sense.
Yeah. I think people should understand that having this backup, let's say, through the bank, will at least guarantee that price is real. Because otherwise, and we've been doing a lot of preventas before, but a bank cannot finance the preventas because it's not a real asset that you can touch it. That is like, it's right here right now. You can put a loan on this, but you cannot put a loan on air, obviously.
But even the air on the fourth floor.
That's right. So how has you had to look at a lot of brokers and clients. Do you usually have a headache every single day? And like,
No, that's not a headache. Now I cut very fast. You want to stay in your business of pre-sale and selling trees? Nice. I will be your worst nightmare. No, but that's it. I cannot.
Yeah,
I'm not a teacher.
and you literally buy just the trees.
You buy a tree, and a lot of the time, it's not titleable. So I can do no.
Or gold as a owner. But hashtag title.
No, it's it's the funny game.
So let's say somebody's curious to learn more and they want to find out more information on the process. What would you describe the process it is right now? From hey, I'm interested, I want to buy in Mexico to I'm closing. Like, what would be the steps I need to follow? You had it.
The step are really, really, really easy. Get your 15 or 30 minutes with me. We pass through the 5-step process. We reduce the step and we polish it. First, second, and fifth step. It's easier. You gather all your documentation. Now I'm more pushy for the follow-up. Because before it's like, hey, here's the list. Call me when you have everything. And we pass 1 month with no call back. Let's call back the person every week. Yeah, I forgot. I have the Canadian hockey game. I have the. Do you want to buy your place? Because the place you were looking for, it's sold. It's finished. So we need to do step by step. Send me those 3 documents. Nice. Send me those 3. Nice. Send me those 4. Yeah. But the beat is going up. And after that, we finish because we go with the pre-evaluation each time. If someone send me a credit report of 550, I will not annoy him with 2 years tax declaration, 6-month bank statement. It's like, build your credit and we see each other next year. So easy like this.
So then, would you be able to help people all across Mexico as a country or certain cities or certain locations?
Everywhere. There's, of course, blacklist city. It's Mexico. Netflix is not right, but it's not wrong at 100%. So I think we have 7 or 10 city in the country that blacklist. You cannot do business there. The bank won't go do business there. So I don't know why someone will go and buy a place over there if the bank don't go. But
what we can do is to have maybe the family is there, or maybe there's feeling or memory there that So then at least the bank in a way protects you and your asset and your investment. Told me that then like anybody from US and Canada right now can apply, right? In any other countries?
But we got our first case from Hong Kong. And last year, end of 2024, they only have two countries that they don't have financing, Russia and China. And now they are opening for China. So it's better to do the list reversely. We don't finance Russia.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Maybe because it's happening. So finding a place first. What would be the steps? Finding a place or go for the pre-qualification?
We always attack for the pre-qualification.
So we know how much I can afford.
Yes, and it's valid for 90 days. Okay. If you go fall in love with the place, you will sign your promise of purchase, your promissory, and it will be valid for 10 days. And now you're rushing everyone in life. You don't have your document, but you want your pre-approval yesterday. You want your appraisal yesterday, so impossible. The other way around. Pre-finance, 90 days valid. You find in love with a place, perfect. Sign your paper, sign your offer. We'll do two things at the same time. We'll send someone from the legal team to investigate at the Registro Público. It's like the public registry, but from Mexico. So at least you will know the owner is the owner.
And it'll be basics.
First thing. And a lot of people, $85 or $100, it's a lot. Okay. It's like when you buy a car, a used car. You go at Ford, you bring your car, it costs $300. You have the complete pedigree and checkup from your car. But you borrow something at $40,000. Now we're talking about a house, and it costs less to investigate. And at the same time, we send the appraisal. And 5 day, normally, business day, we have the appraisal report. You have the confirmation. And since the beginning, I never saw appraisal under the purchase price or the selling price. So you have your confirmation. You have the other confirmation that you're buying to the good person and it's registered at the city. I love those two good news.
I mean, that would be the basic, that you would think that somebody would ask for when you're buying a place. But sometimes in Mexico is the not logical thing to do at the beginning before you start looking.
I think I saw them all.
I think you go through every single case scenario that can go wrong. And still people don't understand, how...
And they still surprise me. Yeah, do you think I can get refund on this by giving me your paper? No, but the seller told me that he will send me the receipt by email, but I pay him like... Exactly. You go pay someone, you get your receipt.
Right.
Take a napkin, give me a receipt. Satisfy my curiosity and give me something. And don't do that in flip-flop with a beer. Bring a lawyer, bring a legal team, bring your broker.
Yeah. Because I feel like people think that in Mexico you buy like in the US. But no, I mean, like we don't have a process in place in Mexico to protect clients. So it gets harder to give that peace of mind. And if you just don't know the process, you can get in so much trouble here because people that know that you don't know the process will take advantage of you in a way. Or like you were saying, like something so basic like to check that the owner of the property is the actual owner. As that's something like common sense in the US, but here is not so common sense.
And Nathaly,
And
here they give deposits. So I buy your place, 200,000. Okay, let's say it's a cash deal. I give you 10% deposit to you, like 20,000 in your bank account. I don't have the title. I just have a shitty 10-page of paper. If you die tomorrow, what happened?
that was right.
I'm stuck with your succession. We are in Mexico. Take 1 year, 1.5 years to solve. I just lost my money. In United States, title escrow, you put your money there. A contract is done. There's initial on each page. Something is registered with DocuSign. You die. My sympathy to the family, but at least you got back your deposit. Here is the total way around. A lot of people take advantage of innocent people, I will say. And at some point, not just innocent people get stuck. People with intelligently a lot more transaction done in their life, business-wise people, get stuck with beginner shit. So why doing it like this and when you can do it on the other side?
It's like a wild, wild west of Mexico. I mean, it's Latin America in general, but now we're here in Mexico right now, experiencing the steps to follow. And if you don't understand the market, at least get somebody to can help you guide you through it, and some of the risks as well, some of the benefits too. I mean, there's a lot of benefits on owning property in Mexico, not only the appreciation but also the tax savings for property taxes that people don't know. But what keeps you in Mexico, Lane? Because sometimes we're like hit our against the wall with some of the processes, but you being able to do a system around the lending part of things with AI and everything. Like I like your process. I like working with you because you get people through some steps where most of other lenders don't. And
I was speaking with a real estate agent from Chicago today. Maybe you know her, maybe you don't know her. But she was telling me, I pass with a lot of lenders. I try a lot of people in Mexico. And radio silence after 1 week, like I give paper of my client, tax declaration, and it looked like fraud. It looked like a thief identity. I stay in Mexico. I love the weather. I love the sun every day. At some point, you live here and you say, long time, it doesn't rain. All my friends, when we have chat with the Facebook group in the weekend, they are all but white, like vampire figurines. So I love my Mexico. Of course, this little thing of process here, it's difficult, but I will never go back to the other life. Pay taxes, pay a lot of taxes, city taxes, school taxes, government, I don't know what. We have better road here, better school, better health system, and everything is 10 minutes away. So
that's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing so much information about sure. I know it's a very a dry topic, but it is very important to understand that it's possible first, and then the how to to get to closing, because it's not only about sending your papers to somebody that is a lender that you probably might or might not know, but going through the safe portals that you kind of have built around it, and to guard and take care of the clients from beginning to the end, because sometimes if you don't have that trusted partner, you're getting into trouble.
exactly.
Cool. So this is Elaine again. Thank you for being with us. And this is the Real Estate Investment Nomad podcast. If you have any questions, we'll put them in the description below for anything that has to do with lending as well as the application, in case you're curious to know more and if you qualify and for how much you qualify for if you want to move here and you live the Mexican dream. See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining us on the Real Estate Investment Nomad podcast. I hope today's episode has inspired you to explore new horizons in global real estate. Remember, the world is full of opportunities waiting to be discovered. And with the right insights, you can turn those opportunities into successful investments. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your feedback helps us bring you the best content possible. Don't forget to follow us in social media for more resources and updates. Until next time, my friends, this is Nathaly Salas, encouraging you to think big, invest globally, and transform your real estate journey. Safe travels and happy investing.